I could call the meeting to order for the Highgate Selectboard for May 15th, 2025. First order of business, a pledge allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before I ask for public comment, I would just like to remind everybody to sign in. It is important for our minutes that everybody is signed in. I open the floor for public comment. Sue?
Yes, I just want to thank the town of Highgate. The road got paved last week, Monument Road got paved, Deborah Circle got paved. They did an outstanding job, very polite, very well respected. The town of Highgate came back on Monday to put the stones around by the edges. It's beautiful, and I want to personally thank the town of Highgate. That road really needed it. I understood next year they're going to do the Swan Lane. My concern is this winter on the Swan Lane, but hopefully it's going to be okay. But Highgate did an outstanding job, and I want to thank you.
Thank you for that. Any other public comment? Woody?
Anybody contacted a historical society for the Mishi house that they can see if there's anything they wanted out of that place or not? Because you guys have it tore down.
Well, we're on standstill right now because of the different brownfield areas and stuff, so we're working on that.
Because somebody should go in there for a historical thing to see if there's anything they want out of it. Or that Rainville, that Franklin does the historical stuff. Brian Rainville. Have him see if there's anything you can pull out of there. There's a lot of nice stuff still in that house.
Molding and stuff like that?
Huh?
Moldings?
Yeah, your moldings, the
The
staircase.
mayor is looking for molding to match their place, and I understand there's a lot of it that matches over there, so
They got that wainscoting, that one room, the whole room's
the
wainscoting.
window casings and door casings.
Yeah,
And the solid wood.
yeah. So there's another avenue to keep that stuff in Highgate then.
Yeah. I know she would be interested in it.
Any other public comment?
Yeah.
Hearing no other public comment, I will move to select board items. Review and approve the minutes from 5/1, 5/8, and 5/13. We're looking for a motion from the select board.
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
Motion made by Richard, is there a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Chad. Any discussion?
For all three sets?
Yes, all three. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Has everybody had a chance to look at the check warrants? Do I have a motion to accept them?
Make the motion.
Ben made the motion, seconded by Richard. All those in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Harrison, you have the floor.
Really? Oh, thank you. So, Jim Harrison here, Harrison Concrete, and tonight I'm coming here for, airport sand and fill. And I'm gonna hand out some individual maps here. If I can get them apart. Basically, it's an 8-lot subdivision. We're doing an industrial lot subdivision. We're doing down off an airport road.
Thank you.
And basically, if you come into the airport, the field days are right here. I think that right, just past the field days. This road's existing right here. So the field days are right there.
Is that the gate is that the field they use? Where you're going in?
The second gate.
Yeah, the second gate.
Yep, that's the state,
Okay.
state controls that gate, but
Yeah.
we got it. But we come through that gate.
If you don't mind, could you stand on the other side so that we can zoom in for the, thanks.
Okay, and we're basically, where we're at right now, we're chasing permits. We have to wait till we get sewer and water at the airport. We have sketch plan approval from the town of Highgate. We're chasing Act 250 right now. Sewer and water's on site, so before we couldn't chase it because we didn't know for sure if it was coming. So basically, this road that we're building goes right down through this cul-de-sac here. 8 lots, there's 6 lots are conventional industrial subdivision lots. We're chasing permits right now for these 2 lots here. We're proposing to do hangars on these 2 lots. Maybe, if the state will allow it. FAA has a program where you can build hangars on private property that access the airport, that front of the airport. There's none of these permits for these hangars in the state of Vermont, but they're, when you travel outside, they're everywhere. So we'll see. If not, we'll have to turn these 2 lots into a regular industrial building, so to speak. But we've got a lot of interest for hangars right here, right now. And as we go forward, we hope to get these permits. And if we could get a letter of support from the town of Highgate, just on the subdivision, that would be great. And there's hangars presently right across here, so we'll see. We'll see. So anyway, having said that, we hope to have our Act 250 here by August, and so we can get started on this road, get the road constructed, get our water in there, get our power in there, and by early winter, we should be in pretty good shape, hopefully. So, these are tentatively just 40,000 foot buildings, square foot buildings, but they could get combined or enlarged or smaller, depends, but it's just for permitting purposes.
Do you have any currently interested parties in
Oh my
coming in?
God, I
You
can't
do.
talk about it, but.
You do? That's good.
We do, seriously. I mean, I was kind of surprised, we haven't done any, we haven't done anything with it, but it's just word of mouth. And in the airport, I think you're gonna see some, construction there, so, the hangars though, we really want, really like to go that way. There's no hangars available in the state of Vermont, they're all taken. Some people, local people have their planes in New Hampshire because, so, I mean, it would be a good thing if we could get some hangars there. But, all right, we'll see. We'll see. So, and I don't know what's going to happen down here at the field days. You know about that? I don't see the field days being open this year. I don't think they contracted with the rides and all that stuff, so I don't think they're going to be there.
I was told there's no field days, correct? No field days this year.
It's unfortunate, but anyway. So if there's any questions, and.
Any questions from the floor?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you have a plane?
You haven't played?
Yeah.
No planes. No, Leonard Du Bois used to stop by on our lakefront,
Yeah.
try to get me a.
He used to buzz our house.
What's that?
He used to buzz our house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Do
Any
you have any
questions?
active zoning permits right now? You don't have a building permit, you haven't gone to zoning yet, or local zoning yet, have you?
no, we have a sketch plan approval here.
Right, but that doesn't allow you to build. You have to
No,
Yeah.
we could, we're gonna get that same time and get our action fifty.
Okay.
Cross consulting is working
Yep.
on it. But, so. And something else, I don't know if anybody's heard, but threatened, rare, endangered flowers showed up on our site. Yeah.
Turtles still there?
Huh?
Turtles still there?
I don't know how they showed up during our permit when we were extracting, but they did. It must have been wind or whatever, but we're negotiating with the state right now. We've got almost a deal.
So is this still, a few meetings back, year two, maybe ago, FedEx and UPS were interested. Is this still something on the table? I'm sure you can't say.
I can't say too much, but there's real interest. I mean, there really is. I mean, seriously, there's, so the plants are kind of holding us up a little bit, but we'll see. I think we'll get through it.
Jim, is any of that property gonna be visible from the airport road? Or will there be a buffer of trees?
Well, see, the state clear cut all those trees between us because they were going to do a mini runway out of there, and I don't know where that went, but they've grown back up.
So your ask to the select board is for a letter of support for Act 250 because they can't send their DRB a letter of support, right? So,
I'm not sure, I didn't know what we could get
okay,
from the town. If we get something of support, that'd be great. If we can't, we can't.
okay.
I just want to sort of get it out here and let everybody know where we're headed. That's all right.
Does the select board have any questions?
I think it falls in line with everything we're doing at the airport with expansion.
Can I ask a question too? Jim, there's a rumor about some residential development happening. Is that true or false?
Here,
On
our property?
Your property.
false.
Okay.
There was some time ago, there was some pressure from the state. They wanted us to do so it didn't happen, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
No, this is it right here. It's gonna be it. I won't even tell you what they wanted us to do.
I think we heard.
Oh, oh really? Oh, I didn't know that.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Get out of your way.
Thank you very much. Watch the quote.
Thanks for the time.
Thanks, Jim.
Yep.
Thank you.
You got it.
We kind of want to wait on that letter of support, correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a little more information.
Yeah, that's what I thought
Can't
too.
send that to you.
So we're moving on to,
Question on that.
yeah,
Should DRB board give them a letter of support?
well, I think we need more information before either of us can move forward.
I think your approval, your decision letter at the end is kind of
Yeah.
a letter of support if you approve it.
Moving on to the ATV ordinance. I believe you all have copies, but I am going to go over the changes that we made. ATVs will be allowed to use Highgate public roadways except state highways. Authorities to use state roads is on a case-by-case basis only and allowed on state roads as depicted on the application called Polaris Ride Command. Travel on Old Dock and Shipyard roads near the Tidal Place Family Resort is prohibited May 15th through September 15th. The rail trail and private roads. Riders must review and consult with maps located online. In 2025, the maps are available on application APP called Polaris Ride Command. The APP is free to download and depicts where the state has allowed ATV use on state roads. Use of snowmobiles is restricted to vast trails. Snowmobiles may travel the distance required from trail to intersection at Gore Road, Vermont Route 207, north of Highgate Center, to gas station located in Highgate Center for the purpose of refueling and purchasing goods only. Travel is restricted to Gore Road on the right side of the road, traveling in the same direction as normal traffic, not to exceed 15 miles per hour. Crossing Vermont Route 78 is limited to a 90-degree crossing at the Gore Road intersection to the parking lot of the store. The town of Highgate shall provide appropriate posting for this limited access pursuant to 23 DSA 3206B4. ATV and snowmobile use on school and municipal property is prohibited. Fines will be doubled for violations of this provision, and this does not include the section of the rail trail located adjacent to school property for snowmobiles is permitted with vast membership. All ATVs must be registered and operated according to the requirements of 23 VSA Chapter 31. ATV riders shall travel origin to destination only. ATV riders shall not engage in nuisance behavior like driving up and down the public road repeatedly. Parking is not allowed on any municipal property. Those were the major highlighted changes. And actually, wasn't there a section? Does it say in here,
For what?
for the, what's it, full year use, right?
No, we changed it, I thought, according to your reference for the May 15th to September 15th.
Okay. That was just the Tyler place, right?
Yes, that's just the Tyler place.
Oh,
We went
so-
the full
Oh,
year.
that's right. So it does say B. It's section 4B.
That was the other, I knew there was
First
another.
bullet line. Says ATV use of public roads is authorized year round.
There we go.
So,
Yep.
so Tyler Place,
Tyler place is off limits during the season.
yeah, but come,
Winter time is fine.
Mary, I have a question. So in the snowmobile section, the snowmobiles only have access to the 2 gas stations, they don't have access to the Zorzies.
Correct, because it's on the main road. I know some of them park at one of the stores and walk to the sources, and that's acceptable. But they have to follow that angle for safety purposes.
And that one we didn't change. It
No.
was in the section that got a lot of changes, but we didn't actually change that
Correct.
bullet.
That's not our call, that's a state call.
But they couldn't access from, off the rail trail from St. Armand to the Zorzies?
not off the
That
rail.
would be a state, that would be a town call,
Snowmobile trail.
correct?
Yes, they can come down to the Zorseys down St. Armand.
The snowmobiles can?
Yeah,
Yeah, just not on,
what's
Yeah,
that?
'cause this says
not on
no.
this.
No, not under this,
No, this is different.
yeah.
What's in the current ordinance is what you have in effect now.
Right.
Correct.
So if the snowmobile came from the rail trail down St. Armand Road to the Zorseys, that would be in violation of this ordinance.
That is what
That's the way I read it.
I think that it would make sense to update that when you're updating it, like, to, just to, you know, I don't know how many snowmobiles would utilize the Zorseys, but it seems like it would be the right thing to do.
I don't think snowmobiles are only 10 hours.
But they can come down board to the gas station, so what's different about coming down St. Armand to the Zorseys
It's
to,
hard to walk across the street from gas station.
ATVs can come down St. Armand, Zorseys. Yeah, okay, so.
If there's no other discussion, do I have a motion from the select board to approve the ordinance as written?
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Richard,
I'll second.
seconded by Chad. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And this will be effective 60 days from today.
Okay. Perfect the way you
I know the,
What's that?
I said it was perfect the way you did it. Okay.
These girls did a great job on it.
the ordinance is, kind of vague in some areas, but that's by design. People who ride ATVs should definitely read through 23 VSA and be familiar with it, because that's where you're gonna get in trouble.
I do have a question for Ray. You said that app they would be willing to GPS the roads in town?
They're good. Bass is going to work with Polaris
Okay.
to get Highgate and Franklin on the map. Right now, Franklin isn't on it yet, but they were waiting for this to go through, then they would tell them to do all of it.
Did they say what their time frame is? Are you thinking this summer or next year? Okay.
We'll have to talk about it.
All right, that'd be great. Because the app was important from our point of view to explain to people what sections of state roads you could legally ride on. It's not, you shouldn't be riding on state roads except where it's been specifically authorized. So, that's a work in progress.
I would guess they would do it fairly fast because there's levels of membership where they can make some money on. It's a free app, but you have to buy certain.
Right.
parts of it.
Oh, really?
If you want full.
Oh, gotcha.
I just didn't know how they were staffed, you know, it could be a resource issue. Okay, thanks.
Thank you, and I just want to reiterate that it was great having you guys organize and bring that to us so that we could all come to a mutual agreement to make this work for you.
I have one question, Mary. If parking does become an issue with, whether it's at the rec or the school.
They'll be fined.
Well, what course of action should either the school or the rec department take? Call the sheriff's department?
Correct,
Yes.
correct.
Okay.
Or whoever our governing police is at the time.
Right.
Because at this point, the sheriff's department will be given a copy once this is in effect.
It's in the ordinance.
It's in the ordinance. But technically, that don't have nothing to do with us.
The school.
That's the school,
No,
right?
but we're covering it under the ordinance for the safety of the
Yeah.
kids.
Okay,
For law enforcement.
right.
So the clock starts today, 60 days.
Yep,
We're gonna direct the sheriff's department, no more education. This is you get caught, you get fined.
So you say somebody trailers one down, where are they gonna be able to park on one?
we're not making any designation, it's
No.
not our responsibility.
Just asking.
But
Yeah.
is the parking clarification that's in there, is that, I had understood it as no ATV parking, but is it,
Yeah, trucks and trailers,
Trucks,
so
trailers.
the trucks and trailers also cannot be
no,
parked on?
no, no.
Make friends in Highgate.
What did you say?
Make friends at Highgate.
I don't know for a couple of years.
Is the school municipal, the school's not municipally owned though, so that.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It's still a municipality. It's just not it's not a direct town owned like it used to be, but it's still a municipality. It's the same thing.
Yeah, we really want to be strict around the school because we want safety of the kids to be paramount.
Yes. That was always an issue.
Okay, moving on. Library Steering Committee discussion. I'm going to go revert to our board members one at a time to add their input. I'll start with Richard.
Okay, from what the meetings I've been to and the way things are going, I think we ought to do away with the steering committee right now, is my feeling of it. I don't think the select board and the trustees are on the same page, and that's for the time being, until we get settled. I think we ought to do away with it right now. That's my feeling.
Ben?
I agree. And I don't want to be coming at this like we're trying to force this on the trustees. You know, if the trustees don't want this avenue, then there's no point in pushing it. We're just kind of spinning our wheels here.
And I agree with the majority.
And my opinion is the same. I am disappointed because I know the community voted to have it. But at this point, if we can't get all parties to agree, we're spinning our wheels for no reason, and we have way too many other things going on. So if there's no other discussion, I'll call for a vote to disband the Library Steering Committee.
Make that motion.
Motion made by Richard, seconded by Ben. Any discussion? If none, all those in favor?
Aye.
If at some time that we feel that there's a communicative group that we can work with, we will reconvene and rediscuss this. Okay. The local emergency management plan. I've asked everyone here to review the plan to see if there are any known changes so they can be made. Usually they're just name changes due to the businesses.
Hi. Second.
So they have it mostly updated. There was one change that I know of, but if there's any others, we need to direct that to, I believe Wendy is working on that tomorrow, so that we can be in compliance by 6/1. So, I would ask for a motion to accept the LEMP, Local Emergency Management Plan, with the changes that are necessary.
One second.
Right there. Who made the motion?
I'll make the motion.
Chad made the motion, seconded by Ben. All those in favor? LEMP, we're on.
Okay.
Motion carried. Mr. Vern has arrived, so I'm gonna let him start with section 4.
Let me just get off
Okay.
this phone call. It's not, I'm still in the meeting, I'm watching us right now while I was driving here. So this, I didn't miss the thing. Sorry for being late, sincerely sorry. Working a little long today. So we're up to item number 4, it looks like Town Treasurer Shelley.
I have nothing extra for you tonight except the check warrant you already approved.
I saw that earlier, yep. Okay, thank you. Moving on from there, Wendy, Town Clerk.
I would just ask maybe Richard, somebody to give a little update on Memorial Day. We don't have any more meetings before that, so what's the story?
Okay, we've, got a young fella to do the speech in the park, an 8th grader. I don't know if Vern read it or not, but his speech. You did?
Yeah, it's a good speech.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay, so, an 8th grader from Richford, you're gonna do that. As far as I know, the reefs are all set. What else you need to know? The parade's at noon. We'll be here from 11:30, 11:30
At the arena?
at the arena.
Keith stopped in today and said they would like more floats.
Yes. I know the Manor called me yesterday and she would like to put a float in, and so I'm working with her, putting a float in. Yeah, and if there's anybody out there that wants.
Did you want him? Did I hear you say the other day Nikki wanted to do a float with it?
She's willing to decorate these.
Do you have a trailer still?
What's that?
Do you still have a trailer?
Small.
Yeah, I've got one, but I don't think it's appropriate for us to ride on.
Oh, I think my trailer is a man that wants to use it.
Oh, okay.
So maybe I can find something else too.
We'll work with Ben because I know Nikki wants to decorate it.
Okay.
Wendy made me some flyers. I got the flyers into the Highgate stores. I talked to a lot of people that I know. The flyers are out. I do have some big books coming in. But if Wendy could advertise them in more big for you guys towards the memorial, I've been working on it and I've got some big books coming in.
So Sue, as of now, you still want 2 tables? 3 tables?
Correct. I'm sorry I couldn't make that meeting, but I had another meeting that night, so I can't split myself in 2.
3 tables and we need 3-4 chairs?
Yeah. And I think last year they gave us a tent in case the sun, I think they set up something last year for shade.
Yeah, they did. They had the easy ups up there for you.
Yeah, oh yeah, I think Keith's got some of those.
So.
It does get hot in the food if you don't do that.
Exactly, especially if we've got cupcakes and stuff in the house, and it just melts. Yeah.
So what time are you planning on?
I can be there after 9 o'clock and start getting stuff set up.
If we don't get a float, can we ride?
Do you have enough people baking for you?
I'm working on it.
So You're still looking for volunteers?
Whatever you give me, it's wonderful, because it goes towards the
I'll
memorial.
make sure to get you stuff.
Yeah, it goes towards the memorial.
I'll make a couple of calls, see if I can't get something.
Anything that anybody can do, I put one in Curans, I put one in Highgate daycare, I will be putting one up Amy's at her daycare. I got one at Martin's store, I got one at Resources. The library is up, there's already one up there, so I've got to advertise. I've got to advertise.
Gas stations.
Yep, at Urban, I'm gonna get it covered.
Richard, is there a lineup of the order of equals for 11:30, or does everybody just show up at mass and you figure it out then?
Well, we gotta meet next week and try to organize it so we're not a big mass.
Okay.
Like sometimes it gets out of hand.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
I don't know if it's Terry I asked, but can you get the sheriff's department to see if they lead the parade?
To get the what?
Sheriff's Department to lead it like they normally do.
Oh,
I can send a message.
Okay,
She won't be here.
okay.
Okay.
how long usually need it?
Well, probably an hour or so.
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
Okay.
The lineup takes longer
Takes
than the
longer
parade,
to line up,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
usually. Sad but true.
They might ask, I don't know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then the Highgate Manor is having their get-together after our festivities are done. They're having the live band, it's free to attend, in the ballroom, and that was a big hit last year.
It was.
So,
Yeah, so it was,
yeah,
it's nice in there too.
so, should be a good day. And the only other thing I had was the Historical Society is having their lawn sale this weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 9 to 2, and I think they're already starting to.
I see the sets are going up.
So, yep, that's all I had.
Are you talking to the Historical Society? I mean, conversing regularly, or I don't know when they meet.
They meet,
This weekend,
monthly
Friday,
over the
Saturday,
summer
Sunday.
months.
Okay.
Usually it's on a Wednesday, I don't even know what week it is, but he came in and I helped him with the flyers for their lawn sale, but that's,
Can we float that idea about seeing if they have any historical photos that they'd be willing to share with this building to
Yep.
decorate this room?
And to see if they have any interest in going into the old hotel.
To get some of the, and the manor, I believe, was looking for some molding
And the man is looking for some, if they,
to match their molding.
to match theirs, so.
Same
but the
builder,
Historical
apparently.
Society don't take, the manor might, for like the door casings, if they're any good at
Casings.
all the moldings and.
The molding with the mold you're talking about?
Solid wood,
Yeah.
solid wood.
Maybe you
Yeah.
might want the staircase in it to, you know.
Yeah.
Staircase is beautiful.
It's pretty beat up now.
It's beautiful. Is it?
Yeah, it's beat up.
Yeah.
When Vernon and I went through, there's water running down inside the building.
That's
But
good.
the railings and stuff should be still good.
Bernard,
Maybe.
what's the liability for letting people go in there?
I gotta talk because the developments we have now, we just pulled the RFP, I think, because of hazmat stuff in there. So I'm not even sure we should be going in there without mask and
Yeah,
respirators.
correct.
We
I
gotta-
just-
We gotta look into that.
We have to look into that, and I just wanted to start the conversation with them, but correct, we have some concerns about the stability of the building. And I just found, Wendy sent it to me, that the report for the analysis on the contaminants is 58 pages long for asbestos and similar length for lead. So we just have to be careful.
We'll have to stand by on that one.
Yeah.
But I don't recommend anybody really go in that building until we get an answer on this.
Correct. But if you have an idea, we'll make a list,
Yeah.
for sure.
Should we post that, put some tape around it, or
It's locked
no
up.
trespassing?
I think we got a few signs around there.
Yeah, there's signs on.
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah.
Vern, I got those pictures that when we did the nation thing quite a few years ago, I got a lot of those pictures that I made boards out of. I should pull them out and leave them so you guys can look at them.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
There's a lot of pictures, I looked at a lot of hours on that.
Okay. Yeah, bring them on in. I'd like to see them.
Okay.
Thank you.
Still like to see Randy make his way back in here.
Yeah. You all set, Wendy?
Yes.
Okay, up to interim town administrator Carrie Johnson.
So we kind of alluded to, the only thing under town administrator is the fact that we did put a bid out to demolish the old Steinhauer Hotel, and Mill Hill. I think it was a little premature given, the reports that I had received when I put this out were that, the 3 lots over in that area, the Village Core area, the third one that was being considered for the library is clean, doesn't need any contamination remediation. Lot 2, which we call the Cathedral Square lot, is where Cathedral Square is proposing to go, does need substantial remediation. That's one of those very long reports, because I have to simplify this because it's a 60-page report, but they basically want very careful remediation of lead, asbestos, and everything else, including a little bit of fuel that might have spilled over there. Then the building has to be demoed carefully once the contaminants are removed. Then once that occurs, they need to take layers of soil off-site and deposit them in another location. So it's complicated, not impossible, but it's complicated and expensive. So in order to we do it the most affordable way and the right way, Highgate has applied for brownfields or EPA grant, which has federal strings and state. And so next week is a meeting with Greta, who's been working with us on the other Village Core stuff, to ask how we work through this and to try to get some more support for us for those projects so that we can qualify for the grant, because the grant pays up to 80% of the remediation costs, which are tens of thousands of dollars. So we definitely have to just hit pause on that RFP so that when we issue a new one, we cover all of the requirements for the remediation. 2, we know how much money we're going to spend locally and how much the grant will cover. And 3, just to make sure the bidders know that these are our rules. They asked a lot of good questions. It was clear that the town I have homework to work on that, and your new TA does too, so that they can answer the questions that were brought up at the walkthrough. We're lucky that 5 bidders showed up to bid on the demo. We did, I think, get a bigger response because we were talking about 2 properties. But we withdrew it, so legally that one's gone. So when we do a new one, we'll have to have another site visit. They will have to bid again. And we'll try to address all the questions that came up last week, or 2 weeks ago, actually.
Are both properties going to be under the same RFP, or are they going to be separate RFPs for demo?
I mean,
Seems like one's going to have a lot more maintenance.
I believe that's accurate, and maybe you guys want to separate. I mean,
is that law?
I think one would go quicker than the other one.
I feel separate at this point.
But we still, I realized also before we could take it down that we have to do testing on the Mill Hill property.
Correct.
And the ink is barely dry on us owning it, so we will need to do it, but it hasn't been done yet.
Did you make the announcement about the Mill Hill deed? Was that brought up?
Not yet. You can.
No, you can.
I can?
You did all the work on it.
It's done. No, you guys
It's
did all the
collaborative,
work. No, you.
No, you.
No, so I mean, Wendy and Shelley worked hard on that as well. So the lawyer finally sent us paperwork that the town now owns it. We paid our $35,000. The legal work is done. Wendy, I don't remember what that was called exactly, but
It's all recorded.
It's all recorded and a done deal. The sign, the for sale sign, I did remove because someone actually came in this week asking about it. We're like, oh wait, we need to remove that. So it's not for sale. The town of Highgate is now the proud owner of 28 Mill Hill. And we are working really hard to clean it up so it can be a beautiful part of your park. So.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Been a long time coming.
Yeah. I don't know, how long have you been working on that?
When I joined the board in 2020, that was an item that was a hot list item. So yeah, it's been that long. I think it would have gone quicker if it weren't for the bank that we had to work with, which just basically blew us off for years. So
They're not in a hurry, and you think they
Yeah.
would be, but.
you think they would be to get rid of an asset they don't want, but whatever. Thank you both for working on that too. I know a lot of work and time has gone into that, so we're almost there. We almost, what are you gonna put there?
I'd like to see a fountain over there.
He wants a fountain.
I can see it, it's Cecil with
Yeah.
barbecue grills and cement.
Yeah.
And that's all I have under town administrator at this time.
Okay. Any other business? I watched, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, I wish I was here because I wanted to be here for that. Apologize I wasn't. So, a lot of hard work for you, your whole group, so. And that's the right way, that's the right way of doing things, is working with the town, with the select board, being civil about it. That's exactly the way business gets done. And you got the desired outcome you wanted, and so do we, so, yeah.
We could even more than we asked for.
There you go.
Thank
You have something?
Yeah.
Hopefully it goes well.
Hope so. It's gonna go well in all the surrounding towns.
They were talking about us at the Enosburg Select Board meeting the other night.
Oh, really?
Good or bad?
They're trying to do the same.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think the biggest thing is education.
I met with the select board member from there, discussed.
The enforcement up there.
Village
Yeah.
trustee.
Because easy come, easy go.
Yeah, we don't want to see it go. We all put a lot of work in it. You did, we did. We like to see it work. Like I said, we got to keep the enforcement up for the bad apples,
Yeah.
and requires your help, our help, sheriff's help, so.
I believe Saturday morning, from what I heard from Ryan, Salem Messenger wants to do an interview with a bunch of the riders. With me and Swanton, and just to kind of put out the information.
On who's riding and
Yeah.
what.
Yeah, I think the more press,
That's a good chance to
positive
get
press on it.
education out there.
Yep,
One more thing you might not be aware of.
Sure.
The group got together and cleaned up everything down to the old frontage road
Oh, thank you.
where everybody rides.
Oh.
We all got together and cleaned it up, took the pickup load out of there.
awesome, thank you.
Yeah, and then they leave it for the town to pick up. Another guy's brought his truck,
Loaded it.
39 bags.
You're gonna put them out of business. You gotta stop that.
Well, he
Yeah.
told us they were overworked, so we're trying to help them out a little bit.
Or I think Richard had something.
We're hoping it goes
Appreciate it.
well.
Ray, you guys have been an example and keep setting that example, and this is gonna work out well.
Yeah. I've run into a few that were on the roads already, didn't know the difference. Try to educate them.
Yep,
That's
You're
what we
always
need.
gonna have one bad one.
You
You're
are,
always.
with a policy ordinance or not.
yep. What you got?
I just heard when I was coming into the meeting, we've got a leak going from here. It's in, there's a puddle of water coming up in front of the monument. We don't know if it's a water fountain or if it's going to the library.
So we found the well?
No. Oh, yeah, we found the well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really? I'll have to check it
I
out when
think
we get
walk
done.
over it.
Yeah.
A lot of water, a little water, or?
Said that, Brian said that there's a puddle coming up right in front of the monument, and he doesn't know if it's the fountain in the park, or if it's the line running to the library. So I'll see if I can get with the boys,
Okay.
because we want to get that fixed
Yeah.
Before the Memorial Day.
Memorial Day. So,
Yep. Okay. Not good, I mean, good to know, but not good, so.
Right.
Thank you. Anything else for other business?
Just a happy birthday to Sue.
Happy
May
birthday.
15th, happy birthday. Very
I
good.
still made the meeting because I know you guys are listening. And my road's paved, I love it.
I saw that the other day, yes. And I think the sheriff said there's been some speeders there, so if you're driving Monument and Tanglewood and what's the other one back there? Yeah, Jedward, they all got repaved, so still keep it slow, even though it's a nice fast road now, so, yeah,
Very safe.
good, yeah.
I just got my El Camino out, I'm not, no, I just put the tires on last year.
All right, if there's nothing else, I'd like to go to an executive with,
Not MVR.
no, okay.
Just me?
Just you?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not coming?
No, I'll
Okay,
tell you that.
got it, okay, all right. Can I get a motion to go into executive?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Simultaneous.
See that?
If all those say aye.
Thank you, guys.
Aye.
Really appreciate it.
Have a good night, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Be safe.